Hello, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic. Thanks for joining me for block 7 of Moda Blockheads 6. And you can see here, this is going to be another one with lots of half square triangles. I'm getting used to these now. I know they're pretty much, or they seem to be the foundation of most quilt blocks. Um, I did find them a bit tedious, but now I'm actually getting in the flow of having to do many of them. It's getting quite cathartic now doing that, so I'm getting used to them. You can see here, the other thing I enjoyed about this was all the chain piecing that it allows me to do. That repetition of doing multiples of the same thing. Once I've got into the groove of it, I did actually quite enjoy it. So this is another big block. This is going to finish at 18-inch square, and what you saw me do then is realise that although I'd sewn and cut all of these, I didn't put the fabric right sides together. So I ended up having to unpick them all, sew them all again, which is why some of my seams here look very wobbly, because I thought I'll just try and fix it rather than waste more fabric, because it being a bigger block, it did use a lot more fabric anyway. So I made the best of it, got the seam ripper out, and yeah, that is definitely going to teach me a lesson to double check next time before I start to stitch, and definitely count. So another, I don't know if you saw my more recent videos, but I am getting more confident now not watching the videos again before I go. I'm finding I'm following these instructions a bit better. So if you're like me, you're a beginner, and you're a bit lost and you're relying on the YouTube tutorials, which I do heavily, definitely still work through the PDF they give you. I'm getting better at it, getting better at understanding it. The block that you saw me do then has been my favourite one so far. I love the way that it folded. I definitely prefer the open seams rather than pressing the seams to one side. I'm not sure why we don't do this all the time as a quilter, so I'm not gonna try and break anything by changing that. But I just love looking at the back of that more than the front. I'll be honest, it looks so good. This particular part of the block we're doing now as well, I thought it was going to be a lot more complicated than it was. So I was pleasantly surprised that I was able to do this without making any mistakes, trying to figure it out. Definitely, I was appreciative of the instructions saying to double check before you cut that it's in the right position, because when I was first doing this, I thought, why is there so much kind of wasted pieces? Why can't we just use that, the piece that I've cut off, for example, why can't we use those? And I've realised it's because the layout wouldn't be right with the actual fabric blocks. The other thing that I've done since you last saw me, as well as binge on lots of quilting YouTube videos, is figure out when I'm cutting a better way of cutting them as well. So with these flying geese that we're about to do now, I could not for the life of me figure out why. It's my nemesis. I do not like flying geese. But after watching the YouTube video, I did realise that it's all in the cutting as well. So I can't remember who it was because I've watched that many videos. So for anyone out there that does share these, please know that you are appreciated and you are making a difference. But the cutting of it and making sure that I got the centre bit right, and leaving that space before the point has definitely made a difference now to my flying geese. So I don't feel as nervous about doing them or as apprehensive as I was when I saw the blocks having them. I was thinking, oh no, it's going to be a disaster, because I could never seem to get it right when I cut them. You can see here, this is me trying to figure out the measurements. So yeah, you definitely do need a little bit of math involved in some of this, but not too difficult to figure out once you know how. It's like everything, isn't it? Once you know how, it's easy. So I did like the way this came together. I realised at this point that my video camera had stopped recording. The battery must have gone flat. So apologies, the next lot of these are photographs that was on my cutting table. This is where I went completely wrong. So you can see my cornerstones here with their half square triangles were fine. They were all in the position they should be. And even though I'd laid out these little borders, for some reason when I sewed them, I just could not get it right. I don't know if it's because I put them back in the wrong position. I mean, I did only take them over one at a time. I don't know what could have gone wrong, but I kind of felt a little bit better. Oh, actually, you can see here, this is the seam that I'm very proud of. You can see compared to the rest of them, I love the look of it. But you can see here, the top left and bottom right are in the same direction as the bottom left and top right. So I figured that would do. I was happy with that. I was just about on the money, just too short of 18.5 inches of finishing size, and again here, but overall I definitely will call that a win. So I hope you enjoyed that quick video. Thank you for watching and have a great crafting weekend.